Hi everybody. I'm gonna hopefully show in a very few quick steps how you can get started with a demo with a program that I believe is probably one of the best out there for retail clients at no charge. Once you will receive an email that provides you with the username and password as well as testing of your system to make sure it is Microsoft.NET compatible. And the software will actually come with a default layout that it is programmed to come up with. A quick start guide will come up in the beginning, which you can obviously access if needed. However, I don't like to see it every time, so I just uncheck show on startup and I click close. I also prefer not to participate in the software improvement program. And now I have my setup, the E-Futures International demo setup. Actually, the first thing that I like to do, and you're more than welcome to explore different setups, is I go to View, Layout, and I prefer to use the Active Trader layout. And okay, and for right now, I'm just going to go ahead and minimize the market depth in order to go over some of the different sections of the screen. The first section is the quotes. Here you'll be able to add different markets that you follow. Here is the mini S&P, and you can add a market or mark the group by right clicking and selecting add market group, remove markets, etc. Let's say just for purposes of simulation, I'm going to go ahead right click and remove the market. Then I'm going to go ahead and right click and add a market, and I'm just going to type the market that I want. In this case it's the ESH9, the mini S&P for March 09. You can also customize the different columns by right clicking and selecting column setup and reorganize it the way you like to. And I'm gonna reorganize it very quickly here um, to the level that I do like to see. I unselect a few, and there's a lot of useful information in this program. I mean, a lot. You can also change the way you want it to appear. I mean, if I want the description to be right after the symbol, I go ahead and do save, and there you go. I get the symbol, the description, the last, the bid size, ask, etc. I'm going to reconfigure it one more time by right clicking and choosing column setup. I'm going to minimize this, uncheck a few of those categories, do save, and there we go. I have the last, the bid, ask, high, low, change, and any other information that you want. So this is the quotes window. Here we have the account summary, and all demo accounts start with 50,000 hypothetical money. So it allows you to test drive different ideas, get used to the software without risking actual money. Here in the position reference, you'll see different positions as we start trading, along with description of where you bought them, where you sold them, etc. Here is what I call the order entry window, and we have several order entries which I'm gonna go ahead and touch base on it a little bit later on during this video. There's the standard, there's the turbo, there's the order cancels order, or what some people call brackets. There's order sends order, and there's also the strategy order, and we'll get into that a little bit more in depth a bit later during this video. Active orders, orders that are working. Complete orders, orders that were completed. And here's a chat window where you can chat with your broker. Hopefully, if it's me, you'll be able to see my name as CTC Broker 1. And if you need something during the trading day or in general, you can text the message over here and you will send it. Here's the chart, and we can view the chart as it is within the framework of the software or the layout of the software, or we can right click on the border of the chart and go ahead and configure it in many different ways. I like to view the charts. Many of us do have more than one screen, and I do like to view charts separate so I can maximize, minimize, etc. And the way I'm going to do it is I'm going to right click below. I'm going to choose undock. That makes the chart separate from the rest of the software. And by double clicking right here, the chart now captured the whole screen. I'm going to go ahead and touch base a little bit more about the charts in the next few minutes. But right now I'm going to go to the software, to the main software. And I'm going to minimize my chart by right clicking. I can always go ahead and menu bar and let me see a few more things. Independent, and I'm going to minimize it. So again, right clicking on the chart or right clicking on the tab right here allows you to undock. It allows you to close the chart if you want. It allows you to move it, etc. And like I showed you, I opened a chart that what I call an independent chart that I can maximize and minimize, and I'm going to show you a few more tricks with the chart. And next is the market depth. And the market depth is actually where I'm placing most of my orders with personally. A few things that I do like about the market depth, and this is a very nice market depth, is I do like to add right here by clicking on this little arrow. You can add or remove buttons, and I do like to add an histogram. This histogram will show me the volume in a histogram of where the market traded from the beginning of the session. Now again, I'm doing this video, recording this video in the overnight session, so there's not much action. But there you go, there's still the histogram. One more time, I'm going to minimize it and show you a few ways to get into the market depth. Click on the contract, then right click. That will allow you to do many different things, including opening a DOM and opening a chart or setting a price alert. Okay. Once the depth of market open, here's where I set the quantity, and it will show me the position up here, which is 0 right now in the total profit and loss. Go to last will center the market depth. Very simple to place an order. To place a buy limit, the market is currently at 7766.75. I simply click next to the price on the green where I want to buy. And now an alert is going to come and it's going to ask me if I do want to buy it. I'm going to also tell it I don't want to be asked again. I want to make it a very quick order entry. And I'm going to say okay. What happens now, I have a working order for 2 contracts right here. I can also see the order on the active order screen. Again, like I mentioned, some people have more than one screen, so they may have the chart, the big chart, on a secondary screen and have the market depth along with the rest of the software on their main screen. So I have an order working, and when you put your cursor on the order, it tells you right there that you can left click and modify the quantity. You can right click in order to cancel, or you can drag to modify price. So let's say I really want to get into the market right now. I'm going to click and drag it right here because I do want to get filled. And there you go. I got filled. A fill of 2 has been added into order. Again, I do not like to see this alert because I'm an experienced trader. But for some of you, you may want the pop-ups to show up on your screen. It's a matter of preference. I'm going to do close. And there I go is the completed order. I can minimize a little bit the depth of market if I want. Here is my position, net position 2, long 2. Also right here in the market depth, it shows that I'm long 2. And right away I'm down already 50 bucks, but that's the total profit and loss. A few things about the market depth. Very easy, very simple. At any time I can exit at market and cancel. By clicking this, I will get out in the market and I will cancel any working orders. I can also reverse and cancel. Let's say right now I'm long 2. If I want to be short 2, I'm going to go ahead and put a couple more orders. So let's say I had a sell stop, and placing a sell stop, I'm clicking right underneath the ask on the red or burgundy. Right click is a stop. There you go, there's a stop working. You can also see it right here. Again, I can click and drag to change the stop. Right click will cancel it, or in this case I do want to reverse. I'm going to go ahead and do reverse and cancel. Yes, I am. And what it does, it cancels my order and sold 4 to put me in net short of 2. Right here I have, again, the position is I'm short 2 from 766. I'm seeing the same right here on my average position. Here is my account balance, my open P&L, my realized P&L, my current net liquidity, and here are my completed orders. Okay, at any time you can do buy market, sell market. Very simple. Let's say I want to add one more contract to my short. Sell market. There you go. I'm short 3 right now. Okay. This software does allow you for much more complex strategies that I'm not going to get into. Those are including time released order, different strategies that you can configure by clicking on this thumbs up icon and click configure. That will open a dialog where you can create a strategy, call it a name, etc. I will show you a couple of things that I do like to use. One of them is the bracket, or what we call OCO, one cancels other. By clicking on this 1-2 icon, right now I'm short 3, and I'm going to go ahead and put an OCO, or what I'm going to do is I'm short 3, so I'm going to put a buy stop, which is a right click over here, and I'm going to put a buy limit by clicking right here. So now I have 2 different orders. I have a buy limit at 763.50 and a buy stop at 767.75. If either one of those get filled, the other one will cancel. And again, I can modify those orders, and they will still be within what we call OCOs. For illustration purposes, I'm going to go ahead and exit market, or what we call flatten. And what it does, it's just going to get me flat and cancel all working orders. Done. I am flat. And I'm going to show you one more strategy that I like to use, or some people like to use, and that is the OSO. OSO means one sends other. So I'm going to tell my machine right now that I do want to buy a quantity of 4 March Mini S&P. It's going to be a stop, and I want to see if the market can break 767.50, which is right here. And if it does, then I'm going to tell my software to do another thing. I'm going to tell it to send a bracket order once this order has got executed. And the bracket order will be a sell stop, because I'm going to need protection on my long entry, and I'm going to have a sell stop, let's say at 764.50, and I'm going to also have a sell limit to take profit at 769. And I'm going to specify that this is an OCO, one cancels other, or order cancels order. I transmit the order, and look what happens. I have one order that is working right here in green, and that's my initial order to buy 4 contracts at 767.50 on a stop. Then I have 2 orders that are being held on our servers, and if the first order triggers, it will automatically put a stop and a limit to my existing position. Okay, again, more to this software than meets the eye. The different icons right here can really help you. You can set alerts by clicking right here on the gray. Left click, create alerts. Left click OCO limit is because my limit is checked. Okay, right now I'm going to minimize the depth of market, and I'm going to go and talk about the chart a little bit. And what you'll see here is some errors, and that's something that people see right away when they start trading with our demo. Those errors are easily, and those are trades that were taking place. And I'm going to click on the double arrow right here, and in order to get rid of those arrows, I'm going to go ahead and choose ESH 9 orders, and I'm going to tell it that I don't want my orders visible. Simply by clicking next to it, clicking off, there you go, those arrows are done. For information, You can also trade from the screen, and this is by clicking on the trade mode. Trade mode allows you to buy market, sell market, as well as selling limits and stops. I personally do not like to trade directly from the chart, but I know there's many people that do. So the ability is there, and that's simply by clicking on trade mode. I'm going to uncheck the trade mode right now and show a few basics on the chart. First thing is to change the time frame. 5 minutes, 4 minutes, uh, daily, okay, or custom. Custom, it can be a time based or volume based for that matter, or tick based. So I'm going to go ahead and go back to the time based, and I'm going to put it on a chart of 3 minutes. And right here I can change the style. I actually like the candlestick, but I'm going to go ahead and use the open, high, low, close feature. Then I look at it, actually I don't like it that much. I'm going to go back to my candlestick right here. Okay, right click on a candle and you can change the appearance. You can change the way the color looks like. Okay, to add trading indicators, it's very simple. You can click on insert and then go ahead to the different indicators, or you can right click in the middle of the chart and choose indicators. I'm going to go ahead and add a Bollinger Band, and it's going to ask me for the settings. I'm going to leave it at default, standard deviation of 2, and let me see, and it's window of 14. I'm going to go ahead and use 10, and I'm going to tell it OK. So here's my Bollinger Band. Okay, I can also add another indicator. Let's say I want to have some, let me take a look here, accumulation distribution right on the bottom of the chart. I'm going to again use the default, and I'm going to say OK, and there you go. I have the accumulation distribution. Don't like it, I right click on it and choose remove. There you go. I'm going to go ahead and insert a different indicator right now. Maybe the awesome escalator. To be honest, I never used it, but I'll go ahead and I'll put it in there, right there, and it's right there on the chart. You can draw different lines in different ways. You can also put text, do Fibonacci retracements, and those tools are right here on the side, or again by insert drawing tools. Let's go ahead and do a little. Then I'm going to go ahead and click on the first point, and then I'm going to drag while I'm still clicking until I reach the lowest point in this case, and there are my retracements are right there on the chart. Okay, again, many features to the chart. If I want to add volume, simply click right here and I get the volume added. Again, like I mentioned, this is overnight session, so not much volume. There's an indicator tree that will show you the different indicators that we have available. Okay, we also have the option of incorporating third parties indicators, but this is a little bit more advanced, and you're more than welcome to call or email me with any questions. I will have my phone number and my email at the end of this tutorial. And if you do like the way this layout is, you can always go ahead and save it as a template. Save template as, I'm going to call it. So this is the basics of the software. You'll find out that it's a complete package, meaning account status, account information, margin requirement, position tracker, advanced order entry, a full quote board where you can see the quotes for many different markets, and a very nice and impressive charting package at no cost that's included in the software. So hopefully this video helped you get started and will allow you to practice in demo mode. Like I mentioned, feel free to call me with any questions. I'm going to go ahead and cancel all the working orders by clicking on cancel all. One more thing that I wanted to show, I'm just going to go really quick on the view layout. This is how you can change the layout in different ways. You can restore the default, you can do the active trader like I did, or if you're a scalper, there's another layout that you can use. This has been a very quick presentation, hopefully detailed enough to show you a few of the features that we offer, mostly in the aspects of charting and order placement and order management. I hope everybody enjoyed this presentation and benefited from it. Again, I would like to invite any of you who have questions about the software or trading in general to contact one of our Series 3 brokers with the phone numbers listed on the screen. So thanks again and good trading.